Hey guys, Peden here again, and today we have the second opening of Extreme Force. So yesterday we had our first opening of these, and we were pretty much blessed by the TCG gods of the cards. We got Electromite, which is the chase card out of the set. At the moment, it is about $100 Canadian at one of the stores I go, but on eBay you could find it for $60 or $65 US. Which is a big difference, honestly. It's worth maybe like $70, $80 Canadian, really, but stores do need to make some profit, I guess, so that's where they make it. But we did get that card. We got some Mech Knights foils. We got the Xcode Talker from the top of the booster box. We got lots of good pulls. And honestly, this booster box has a lot of pressure if it wants to get anywhere near as good as what we had our last time. So last time we started with the right. Let's start with the left side this time. 8, 9, 12. And we are looking for another one of those Electromites, because that would be very awesome for the Troll Metal Foes deck I want to make. Otherwise, we're also looking for Skull Deet. We didn't get one last time, so it's never too late to give it a shot. And yeah, maybe one of those border patrollers. That would be cool for random stall decks. We did get a lot of Mech Knights. I didn't plan on making an actual Mech Knight deck, but if we do get a lot of good Mech Knights out of this, I might actually give it a shot. The deck is interesting, and I do like invokes, and they go well together actually. So we'll see what the future has in store for us. Let's start this off with this first pack. Mahjong, what can it? Othergeist Manifestation and Doolittle Chimera. As I mentioned in my previous vids, this is like Missus and Mistar. Basically, gain attack, lower stats, and if it's destroyed, basically you recycle a fire monster, which could be Ash Blossom, because, you know, it is a fire monster. So using Doolittle Chimera in a Metal Foes deck that uses, let's say, Ash Blossom, well, you could recycle your Ash Blossom and reuse it. So, very good choice there. Oh, our first secret rare right off the bat. Hey, Trunade. Okay, so that's one fewer chance at getting one of those expensive link monsters. But Hey, Trunade is also a very useful card. We had this in our OCG opening of this set. A Trunade instead of localized Trunade. A lot of people find that like a weird translation, but it's entertaining at least, I guess. Return all set spells and traps on the field to the hand. We got our first secret in our second pack. We have Mythical Bestiamorph. So yeah, I guess that means that we won't get Electromite and Skull Dread. Which one do I want most? Not sure. I would prefer Electromite, but Skull Dread, Deet, not too sure anymore how it's named, would be a very awesome pull nonetheless. But hey, that was only our second pack of 24. We have a lot to go through. We have Altergeist Extia, followed by Glory of the Noble Knights. So we have some Noble Knight support in here, and it basically just helps you get your equipped spells faster. To your monsters, obviously. Let's keep on going. This vid will go a little faster than the previous one because previous one was very long and I went a little slower on the cards that weren't too exceptional in this set. Oh, we have Zombino, which is a short print. We have, our first Ultra. They come in pretty fast. Mythical Bestiary. Send the top 2 cards from your deck to the graveyard, then target a face-up card in the field that you can place a spell counter on. Place up to 2 spell counters on it. If this card is in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 monster from your deck that you can place a spell counter on, and if you do, place 2 spell counters on it. Interesting, and it's a quick play. It is interesting to say the least. And we have Mech Knight Yellow Star. I will sleeve this up. So those Mythical Beast cards do seem to be getting better when I read these effects, because this means that you could special summon the big ones without actually needing to play them from your hand. It does need to send cards from your deck to the graveyard, but I mean, yeah, it's a small price to pay. Next pack. So we already have two of the big cards we were looking for on this side, and none of them were actually cards we were looking for. Hatronade is an interesting pull. Mythical Bestiary, it's something. Vendred Revolution, very good card for Vendreds, allows you to special summon and recycle. Just great in general for the deck, but maybe just play one. Mekk-Knight Red Moon, rare. We got Flick Clown. Next pack. Let's see some magic. Artifact Mjolnir, Tindangle Hound, Column Switch, Zifra Metaltron. You need some special summon monster from the extra deck to summon it, so it's not as easy to summon as you would enjoy usually seeing. But hey, we have Ghost Bird of Bewitchment. Very interesting card, as I mentioned in my previous vid. If you want to know more about this, you could just pause the vid and read it. But as you can notice, it does have quite a few strategies it could be used in. We have more commons like Die Dance. Next pack. Let's see some magic. Column Switch. Yoko. Power of the Guardians. Good for those spell counter decks. And we have the World Legacy Scars. Good for Mekk-Knight decks. This was the promo for the sneak peek. Next pack. Nagel's Protection, very good for Tindangles, it helps you protect them. Flame Administrator, good for link monsters in general, gain 800 attack. Tindangle, and Gem Knight Fendom Quartz, good to search, good to fusion summon, just sad in attack. But hey, usually you get this to get some other plays going, so it is a good card for the deck. And World Legacy Whispers, good for Mekk-Knights, I think. It is a continuous trap, so you do get to fill zones for longer than just a quick setting. We have 4 packs left on this side and still one Ultra we are still waiting for. What will it be? There can be only one. It's basically like Goals in Match, I believe, so it is pretty good. And we have Desmanian Devil. Scrambled Egg. That weird import from the OCG that disappointed a lot of people. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. We got Electromite. Triple Burst Dragon, nice. And we have Still Swarm Origin, 3 good Link monsters in a row. Wow. So Origin I mentioned a few times in the previous vid, but this card is a first pull out of these boxes. 2+ monsters except tokens, and it's a Link 3. Once per turn, during the damage step, you can negate a spell or trap or monster effect. If this card attacks the defense, you do piercing battle damage. And during your main phase, except the turn this card was special summon, you can tribute it, then target a Link 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and you can special summon a level 4 or lower dragon monster from your hand. So it's good for those rocket decks. It could also be used in different dragon decks, really, but you do preferably need to have some Link 2 monsters that can be used with it. But hey, for our left side, we did get Hatronade, Mythical Bestiary, and Triple Burst. So not bad pulls. They're not the best, but they do seem pretty legit. We have another Zombino. Last time we only got one, but now we have 2 in one side. Downbeat, which is just like what you call it. I named it in the previous vid. It's Transmodify, but the reverse Transmodify. We have Shell Rocket Dragon for those rocket decks. They still need more support, I believe, before they can be considered good, you know? Next pack, we have Mahjong, Tindangle, Nagel, Sign It, Altergeist, Manifestation again, and Vendred Charge. Very good card for Vendreds. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play at least 2 of these in the deck. This is such a great card. It's basically like Swallow's Nest, but you can use cards from your hand, and you can only play once per turn. But still, quick play spells that allow you to use your hand to get some special summon going, always good. First pack on the right side, actually I think I'm going to start from the bottom. Last box, the packs were pretty much the same on both sides, and we got our foils early this video. So we're going to try to keep our foils for the end of the vid. Bit Trooper, FA, Kuro, Link, Overtext Qualtless. Good for dinosaurs, but mostly mid-game or unless you can get some banished stuff real fast. But very good for OTKs. We have Mythical Beast Basilisk. We have Flick Clown, Tindangle, and Link Belt. Next pack. Come on, let's see some magic pulls. We need some great pulls to come back from this. It's not bad, it's just not great. Mythical Beast Medusa. This is a first out of these vids, I think. Maybe the second time, I'm not quite sure anymore. But it is a good mythical beast. And we have another Steel Swarm Origin. Pretty cool. That card is good for stalling and for swarming. So everything that stalls your opponent and swarms your field is considered good in my book. And it's easy to summon too using some Steel Swarm monsters. Next pack, we have Mahjong again. FA. Oh, we have Isolde, Two Tails of the Noble Knights, followed by Vendred Charge. Nice. But Isolde, Two Tails of the Noble Knights, ultra rare. Very interesting card to see imported over here from the Vrains pack. And it looks pretty good. Two warrior monsters, so let's say heroes can play it. If this card is link summon, you can add one warrior monster from your deck to your hand, but for the rest of this turn, you cannot normal summon set special that monster, nor activate monster effects of that name. You can send any number of equipped spells, so this really is... The second effect is mostly for the Noble Knights, but this card can be used in heroes, and you could search for some cards to use as fusion materials, or whatever you feel like. So it is better than nothing, really, for the meanwhile. It is a search that you can use for stuff. It's also a light, so you could use the hero you added to your hand with that to make Shining, but you did use two heroes to make it, so I don't know. Do whatever you feel like. Vendred Core, not too great, but not too bad either, with Mythical Beast Jackal. We haven't seen any of the big mythical beasts. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Honestly, if they are secret rares, I do not want to see them, because I would prefer getting Skull Deed or Electromite, or even Border Patroller. Midnight Indigo Eclipse. Very good. The effect is just okay, but it's still pretty good. And we have Master King Archfiend. We didn't stop on this one in the previous vid. I'll take a quick moment of you guys' time to go over this guy. Two Fiend monsters. Once per turn during your standby phase, pay 500 life points or destroy this card. Once per chain, if you pay life points, you can send one Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard with attack or defense equal to the amount paid. Once per chain, if a Fiend monster is sent to your graveyard, you can roll a 6-sided die, then apply this effect on one of those monsters based on the result. Add it to your hand, shuffle to the deck, or special send it. So this could be good in DDDs, actually. It could be good in there. Depends. It is two Fiends, and it does give you arrows, so that's pretty generic enough for them. And, I mean, you could recycle, you could gain stuff, you could special summon stuff, you could do a lot of things, actually. And we have Vendred Battlelord. It's our second time pulling it in 2 booster boxes, so that's a pretty okay ratio for a super. I just love the sword on that guy. And the effect is pretty good. And it is the best beater they have. We have World Legacy Key, another card for Mech Knights, Grappler, and Other Clock Taker. Next pack. I believe we should see another foil pretty soon. Hopefully it's going to be a great one. Tindangle, Bit Trooper trading. There can be only one. It is a foil, but it's not the kind of foil I was talking about. And we have Doolittle Chimera. So this is our second one from this box, but our third one overall. That's actually pretty good, because Metal Foes will need at least 2, but, you know, they don't use too many extra deck cards except for Doolittle and Electromite and those fusions, really. Next pack, probably an Ultra. Come on, Ultra. Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme. We got an Ultra. Kind of called it. And we have Vector Scare Archfiend for those Cyber stacks. So, second time seeing this guy as an Ultra, and I'm not mad. It is a great looking Ultra, and it does have its place in the deck. Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme. So I can officially say that both sides have their foils that are more than supers at the same levels. And I believe we got our secret as the second pack. So we'll put this aside for now. We'll open the 3 other packs. And maybe our final pack will have the secret. And hopefully it's going to be one of the great ones. Any secret will be loved. But, you know, we're still hoping for the best. Let's be greedy, guys. We got Curious, and we got Clifford Genius. Oh, we didn't see that one yet. 2 Machine Monsters. Link Summon card is unaffected by spell trap effects and the activated effects of other Link monsters. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up card on each player's field, except this card. Both those cards have their effect negated. Okay. When 2 monsters are special summoned at the same time, to the zones this card points to, you can add 1 level 5 or higher Machine Monster from your deck to your hand. Good for Dino Mists and obviously Cliff Forts. That's pretty okay. It's actually pretty okay. Make a Dino Mist, make some Dino Mist field presence, make that, pendulum them back again, get some search, and I mean, you basically have a field. It's better than nothing. Next pack, Call of the Archfiend. Kubo and... Oh, okay. We were wrong on the order, unless that is another extra secret. But we have Mekk-Knight Blue Sky. Second time seeing it. First time was more enjoyable than the second time, but it is still a very good card for the Mekk-Knights. And having 2 of these with 2 of the Link monster for the deck helps out. It actually helps out quite a bit. If 2 or more cards are in the same column, blah 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 blah, special summon this guy once per turn this way. If this card is normal or special summon from the hand, you can add Mekk-Knight monsters with different names from your deck to your hand equal to the number of your opponent's cards in this card's column. So 1 or 2. You can only use this effect of this guy once per turn. It is good. It is actually pretty good. It allows you to search, it allows you to get some summoning going on, and it is a 2000 attack, 2500 defense guy, so take it. Second to last pack. Maybe we were wrong. I do believe it was on the second pack that we got our secret earlier, so maybe we might get a third one. That would be insane. Altergeist Manifestation and World Legacy Scars. So we're down to our final pack. We already have our 6 cards that are more than super. Will we see a miracle? Will we see an Electromite, a Skull Deet, or will we see some more Mekk-Knights, or will we just see a random dud? We haven't seen any big mythical beasts, so maybe that. Maybe it's just going to be a super and all this excitement was for nothing. Who knows? Only the future can tell. Secure, Yoko, Call, and Zephyra Metaltron. Snap! It was not a big foil, but we did get Bestiamorph again. And yeah, we got lots of commons. But we did get Metaltron, so that's something at least. So we have all our commons over here. We have our 2 Zombinos, 2000 attack. Pretty good for a normal zombie Earth. Goes pretty well with Zombina. For our rares, we got pretty much the same thing as previously. We did get a bit more of Links, I believe, including more copies of Duolittle. And we got Genius, which we didn't have in the previous opening. We have, for our supers, pretty much the same stuff, really, and almost the same amounts of each of them. So yeah, I guess this is pretty okay. It is respectable, at least. And for our foils, we have Mekk-Knight Blue Sky and Mekk-Knight Spectrum Supreme. 2 pretty useful cards for the Mekk-Knight deck. This you need 3. We got 2 in our 2 boxes. This you need 1 or 2. We got 2, so that's pretty good. We got Isolde, 2 Tales of the Noble Knights. Pretty good looking card. Pretty useful card for certain decks. And we got Triple Burst Dragon, because it's not a bad card. We got Mythical Bestiary for those Mythical Beast decks. And we got, hey, Trunade! What's up, Trunade? This card is actually not bad, and it's worth keeping aside for now, because you never know what might happen with the future. Maybe that will actually be useful if counter fairies become a big thing, because you can't destroy or target their face downs. Maybe it's going to be useful for specific decks in the future, but hey, Only the future can tell when or if these cards will see some play. For now, we got some pretty interesting pulls, and out of 2 boxes, I believe we did get our money back, and that's really a good thing, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster boxes, you never know what you are going to get. And so I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 little videos of Extreme Force. I'm not too sure I'm going to buy another booster box, because I did get some of the stuff I wanted, and if I don't get any of the stuff I need any more in the future boxes, well, at least there is always the special edition when it does come out, I think in March. So there will be more openings of these. Obviously, I might get a few packs here and there for you guys to enjoy in some random video openings. But for now, this is what I can promise, and I have given you guys the best I could. I believe it was pretty good. We got some pretty good luck, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did like the video, that shows how much you support this channel, and it really means a lot. Share the vids with your friends if you feel like doing it. I mean, sharing is caring, but it's not something you're forced to do. So, share if you care, and leave a comment down below if you have anything you want to discuss with the community or with me. Feel free to do so. The comment section is there for that, and I really do enjoy having those little chats with you guys. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. There's a button down there to do that, and there's a little bell button next to it. Click on that if you haven't yet. You may get some notifications for future vids, and I do promise you guys there will be a lot more videos on this channel. We do TCG openings, OCG openings, product reviews, deck profiles. We do some other things than Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes, and I do promise you guys that there are quite a few more vids planned this month, and for every new product that comes out in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World, we do get more vids on this channel. So stay tuned for that, guys, and until next time, Penem out.